Okay, so this is a local VTi Ph16 engine. It was actually removed because the other shop said it needed much work and it needed to be replaced with just a better engine. And this guy is from the Air Force, so thanks for his service. So this video is gonna give much good awareness for the locals. Like, you don't really need to replace the engine because it's actually not that bad. A lot of places just make it seem like it's bad so that you can spend more or buy their engine that they're selling. So that's crucial information, right? So hey, let's build this engine with you guys. A stock rebuild, and of course a few tricks. Yes, it's stock rebuild, but there's a few tricks. So let's go. Okay, the story of this is that last year, this car came to us for ECU tuning, so the engine was running good and all that. And he's from the Air Force, as you can see here. So, hey man, we thank you for your service. That's really awesome. And the car is really looking really good. So the story goes, he had to have it tuned because it has a D16 VTEC engine, a surplus. But the story is that when he had it checked up by a previous shop, the shop said it had piston rock or kalog, which is like, dude, that's normal. That's piston to wall. If it's not smoking, it doesn't have, like, bad compression. There's no need to make that an issue. So they were about to rebuild it, but they said it's gonna take time, and he didn't have time. So they sold him an engine that they were actually selling. So you notice something there, right? Okay. So since the engine was disassembled when it arrived, we did the checkup and everything checked out good. So we had the deck resurfaced, even the block and the head, of course, and got all the OEM good stuff from HRC, as you can see here: main bearings, rod bearings, and thrust washers, and of course the NPR piston rings. So now it's gonna be really good and really fresh, like a new engine, right? Okay, so now let's go to the block. Here it is, freshly honed, and it actually does check out good. So it was not needed to be rebored or whatever. So let's turn this. Okay, there. Wipe this. Make sure the saddles are all clean. Let's wipe it. Yes. Now we install the main bearings, one by one, of course. Yes. There. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really good. It's like new engine right away. All right, let's clip this again. Okay, now assembly lube. Then we drop in the crank. Then we lubricate it again. Well, wait, no, the thrust washer. Groove side out, of course. Okay, assembly lube, girdle. Now we hand tight this. So you gotta subscribe for more of the good stuff like this, right? So hey, we're just here, so we're waiting for that. Okay, now first step is 18 feet-pounds torque. Oh, the clicking sound is so addicting here, Just really love doing this. Yep, now we speed it up a little bit to do the rest. It's 18 feet-pounds torque. Okay, just to get it all snug and good. All right, there you go. Okay, now we go to the second step, 38 feet-pounds torque. Let's go, let's go. Okay, now here on the second step, it's 38 feet-pounds torque. Oh, the clicking sound is way louder now. Yes, so we speed it up. All right, there, let's turn it. Oh man, this turns really good. Look, just bare hands. That doesn't have a bolt or a wrench, so it's like turning by my hand. That's it. This turns really good. So this is what I like. All right, so now let's prepare for the piston. Wait, to turn it. Okay. Yes, now it's gonna be the piston installation. All right, let's go back to the workbench. Here's the rod bearings and the piston rings. And the old rings are still there. So now here we got it installed. Even the brand new rod bearings are installed, so that's gonna be good now. Yes. Okay, now let's go back to the engine stand. Let's go, let's go. Yo. Okay, we sprayed a bit of WD-40, wipe the bores clean, and then oil it up a bit. Okay, now we go with piston number one. Well, first we lubricate the rod journals first. All right, then turn it. Then we put the rod bolts one by one. We gotta put the crank bolt on it so you can turn it easier. Right there, oil it up good, because this is just stock rod bolt, so we still oil it up properly. Right now, go to piston number 2. Yes. Okay, now we turn it. All right, there you go. Okay, hand tight before we torque all of it later. Okay, number 3 now. Yes. Okay. Make sure everything is good and snug. Sorry about that. Okay, the last one, piston number 4. All right. Turn it. Okay, now since everything is hand tight, we gotta torque it now with 23 feet-pounds torque because OEM rod bolts. All right. All right. That's it. So now let's turn it. Let's turn the crank now. Wait, let's put the lock there so it doesn't fall off. Okay. Now let's turn it. Oh yeah. New rings, everything good and freshly honed. Okay, this is gonna be really, really good. It's actually gonna run really good because it's everything checks out really good. So now here we do this. We actually bolt in or hand tight the head studs that's pre-lubed. This way the threads are pre-lubed because we cleaned it up this up earlier. All right. Now let's head back to the porting bench. I mean to the desk. Here, see, it's just resurfaced, not even shaved. So we're about to assemble this, but I was looking at it. I was looking at the bowl area. I'm like, maybe we gotta clean this up. So I decided on myself to actually do a bit of port cleanup, like a Type R style. So this is gonna be good and running more efficient. So hey, I guess we gotta go to the porting bench. Let's go. All right, now here we are. So let me clip the phone up here. Okay, now start with the carbide so that we go faster. Or it doesn't take too long. Yes. All right, though we time lapse a bit now. Did you notice on from this view we always start on the left side of the port because it's swayed or it's swerved to the right, the intake. So this area has a lot more core shift and imperfection towards from the bowl towards the seat. So we gotta fix that. Yes. Okay. Now we go with 80 grit. Here we are. Okay. Start to smooth it out because it didn't really need a lot of carving out. We just needed to remove the slight core shift and also the indentations before the valve seat ring, that is. All right. Yes, now it's almost good. Yes, okay, now it's all good. Now let's see here. Let me show you. Let's unclip the phone. Look at that. It's starting to look good. It's actually starting to look like a Type R. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now onto the exhaust bowls. We finish this up and get it good and clean. The Type Rs usually have this bowl work, so this is probably we can probably call this VTi. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Anyways, this is the kind of like a Type R style pocket porting, so that's gonna be good and fun. The results are gonna be right there, like really good. So here, let's look at it close. Yes, it's getting there. It's almost there. So yeah, this is gonna be good and fun. All right. Yep. Let's clip this up. So we make a few more passes here, and then after, when we get to the finish stage, we wash it up, and now we're gonna take you to the workbench. Let's go. Let's go. All right, now here it is, all cleaned up, and you can see, look at the bolts are done and good. Yes, this is gonna perform really, really good. It's gonna be an awesome performing stock VTi engine. Here you can see, now that's like a Type R, but it's still a VTi, so it's still curved to the left. All right, this way it's to the right because it's inverted. All right. Now here, we did a few extra stuff, like on the exhaust, we didn't totally port it, but we cleaned up the rest of the port. This is gonna push even better efficiency, and that's a bit more welcomed because that's gonna be good for fuel consumption, even power. Now my colleague is gonna assemble this, and you can see we use SuperTech VTon valve seals. All right, and as I was porting this, or as I was doing the port cleanup, my colleague assembled the bottom end, the oil pan, the strainer, everything. So now the bottom is all done and good. So let me show you. Yes, even the water neck or water line from behind is kind of, is still new, and then brand new water pump, tensioner, and the front main seal is arriving tomorrow, so it's gonna be good and ready. All right, so now let's drop in the head. Let's go, let's go. So we prep the deck now. Go sealant on the oil drain just to make sure we get the gasket there. All right, that's ready. Get some sealant on the oil drain again just to be sure. All right, now we get the head. Oh, it's over there. Yes. All right, so now let's drop it in. Okay. Yes, now we hand tight. Well, we drop in the head studs first. Then we hand tight it so it's snug before we go with the first step. All right, come on, we go. All right. All right, yes. Okay, now it's good. Okay. Okay, now we go with first step is 22 feet-pounds torque. You refer to your manual if you're not sure, okay? So, yes. Wait, I gotta keep clicking it. Yes, that's good. Just a bit more, because it's still, this is the reason why this is first step. Okay, now we time-lapse the rest so it doesn't get too boring. All right. Yes, that's good. All right. Yep. Okay, now the next step is 48 feet-pounds torque. The click is going to be louder here, you'll notice. Oh, yeah. Okay, come on. All right, now we time-lapse the rest so it doesn't get too boring. Okay. It is really important just to make sure, to be able to make sure that you get a superior head gasket seal. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, now that's it. We drop in the cam like that. So here, so it's still missing, of course, the timing belt and the front main seal. Yeah, but the engine is all done and all good here because the owner is gonna be bringing the adjustable cam gear that he got. So we're gonna install that together with the belt and all that. Of course, the front main seal. So everything is gonna be new. So this is gonna be a really, really good daily driver. It's gonna be so fun because it's gonna be flowing pretty decent, and he has a tunable ECU, so that's gonna be good. Yes, actually, when you think about it, this is gonna be an excellent track motor. If only it had ARP rod bolts, I could have fun with this on the track. 'Cause it's gonna be a street stock style circuit racer. That's gonna be fun, right? But it's a street car now, so it's gonna be really fun. So actually now my next target is a Gen 1 CRV to be able to find a customer that has a Gen 1 CRV that we could base run first before the rebuild, and then of course do another dyno after the rebuild just to see how much power it makes. And so you gotta subscribe so you'll know that, and you can also click here for the next one.